thank you, Brooklyn Public Library, for making this possible. Thank you, Library of America, for what is this historic anthology. We are grateful for the labor that this incredible anthology entails, and we know such project, right, is one person's labor, but we all know the work that Rigoberto has done, right, for Latino, Latina, Latinx, Latina poets and literature and culture more generally. I did want to start by asking both of these fabulous poets to talk about what it means to them, right, to be a Latino, Latina, Latinx, Latine poet, and how it relates to their other, right, many identities.
It always has felt really complicated to be a Latino poet, specifically because I have so many others inside of me. The colonizer, the enslaved, the indigenous person, having all of these inside of me and deciding as a poet what's going to be important in my work.
I think of this anthology as a conversation that is happening between all of the poets that are included and also the poets who are represented by those who are selected. I'm excited to have poetry give me a voice in this conversation around identity, history, culture, economics. I mean, everything that goes into being part of this Latino community. But I just want us to continue to dream and imagine, right, and construct identities in ways that also push us forward. What is this notion? Just dance, let's just see where it takes us.
Just to give you some context by what I mean, there's a lot of canonical poets here, right? Both canonical in the Latin American context, people like Jose Marti, right? Or William Carlos Williams, who was messily Boricua, but whatever, he's still in there. So thank you, Rich. So I think there's that tension, right, in the anthology between Latinos, this normative term that lets us take people from, either a kind of Latin American background in the U.S. or, or people from many kind of emerging and historic diasporas and put them into conversation.
When I got this anthology and I was looking through the incredible poetry, and then I come across Juan Luis Guerra, and it's a song that I grew up with. When I saw this, I was like, oh, this anthology is doing something different. It's taking into consideration all the ways that we are poets and all the many poets that we have within the diaspora, within the Caribbean, within Latin America in general.
And I'm wondering, in that sense, would you be okay, even though I said we're going to read it, could you read maybe the opening of each of your poems? Would you be open to that?
Some maps have blue borders, like the blue of your name, or the tributary lacing of veins running through your father's hands. And how the last time I saw you, you held me for so long. I saw whole lifetimes flooding by me, small tentacles reaching for both our faces. I wish maps would be without borders and that we belong to no one and to everyone at once. What a world that would be. Or not a world, maybe we would call it something more intrinsic like forgiving, or something simplistic like river or dirt. And if I were to see you tomorrow and everyone you came from had disappeared, I would weep with you and drown out any black lines that this earth allowed us to give it. Because what is a map but a useless prison? We are all so lost, and no naming of blank spaces can save us. And what is a map but the delusion of safety? The line drawn is always in the sand and folds on itself before we're done making it. And that line there, south of El Rio, how it dares to cover up the bodies as though we would forget who died there and for what. As if we could forget that if you spin a globe and stop it with your finger, you'll land it on top of someone living, someone who was not expected to be crushed by thirst.
In Panama and Southern Portobello, there's a statue of a Black Christ, and that's called the Cristo Negro de Portobello, where this poem takes thing from. It's when they see me naked, they finally believe I'm from Panama. The crucifix hanging on my black chest, underneath the little hair I inherited from my father. Sweats as I perform what priests and their laws call unnatural acts. Only men grow body hair. Only men are this dark, and when my hands finally darkened enough to color even the blackest swans, I was sad to see them suddenly turn to wings, plumed palms, hollow finger bones, limp wrists. But then again, the struggle of first flight against the moon's night can be a freedom beyond heaven and its wanting eternity. So now, rebellion is my new religion, or something else romantic and American, like a crownless king, perhaps an immigrant one, atop a throne in native disguise.
So the first poem, which will be read by Juanita Castro Ochoa, is Mehi Africana by Natasha Carrizosa, who is a Texas, right, Afro-Mexican poet and performer.
Mehi Africana. Born with two tongues, I speak of, hablo de, I write of, escribo de. Mi vida, cultura colorada, pintada, painted a picture para que puedan ver that I am Mehi Africana.
And the second poet, right, who was an ancestor, right, was also an incredible performer, a foundational poet of the Nuyorican tradition, and a foundational Afro-Latino poet, a mentor to many of us, right, myself included. I remember when Tato first wrote Mixturao. We have here also Colombia, right, Ecuador, right, so a range of Latinx diasporas and two communities that are very important to New York Latinidades. So please, Marlon, take it away with Mixturao by Tato Laviera.
We who engage in Western Hemispheric, continental Spanish majority, communally sharing linguistics in humanistic proportions. We who integrate urban America, simmering each other's slangs, indigenous nativizing, our Italians cruising accents. Who are you, English, telling me, speak only English or die? So enter our multilingual frontiers, become a sharing partner. Maybe then I might allow you the privilege to call me a tremendous continental mixturao.
Okay. Good.
Thank